The Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination has warned that any attempt to conduct the 2023 general elections using the 1999 Constitution may truncate Nigeria's peace and lead the country to a failed state. Co-convener of the group, Yusuf Turaki, who made this known during a press briefing in Lagos, warned that there are little chances of a better Nigeria under the current unitary constitutional order. The group further reiterated that failure to heed these warnings may lead to grave consequences for the country.
Let us remind ourselves that everything was currently lament in Nigeria flows from the 1999 Unitary Constitution, whether it is the killing going on everywhere in Nigeria, the general insecurity, the seizure of all economic access, including oil and gas, the ports, and other maritime assets, solid minerals, including gold, the monumental corruption. Nothing will get better in Nigeria under the unitary constitutional order, no matter who gets to power. From the foregoing, it is clear that whoever genuinely seeks to extinguish the source of the wars and miseries of Nigeria and Nigerians must find a way to break this set cycle of periodic renewal of the life of the 1999 Constitution by way of elections. It is obvious that the action to be taken to end our bondage and misery is to shut down the voyage to any further national elections under the 1999 Constitution, which merely renews our bondage.
We are running into trouble. We are inching there, and time is not in our favor. And I'm not tickled by what the National Assembly is doing. They are not being fair to themselves. They are not being fair to us. They claim to be amending the Constitution. What are they amending? And I want to repeat it. Do you amend something that is not amendable? When you want to amend the Constitution, by the way, Ladi, where do you start? You start from the preamble.
We the people?
Oh, yes. They have to amend it. Why are they running away from it? If they cannot amend the preamble, if the preamble is not amendable, then it means the Constitution is not amendable. Come on. They have to start from it. Do you start reading your letter from the back page? Do you?
No.
No, they have to start from the preamble. That means the preamble is fake. We the people, who are the we? When did we meet? And why can't we do it? I'm studying the constitutions of the world. And I say this also with every sense of humility. There's no constitution that is near as fake, near as deceitful, near as make-believe in nature and in content as the Constitution, as what we call the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. What are they amending? I challenge them, and I challenge the National Assembly, and they must answer this question. When you are amending, you first of all start from the preamble. Because if the people didn't meet and they put it there by the respected or by the Abdul Salam military government, they say, we the people. You must first amend it.
If they're going to amend it, what should it say?
I wouldn't know. If they can't amend it, if they cannot amend, then let us have a constitution for ourselves.
Dare to tell this nation today that this is the problem. This constitution can never give us progress. This constitution can never give us peace. This constitution can never give us unity. And unfortunately, most of us in this National Assembly, we don't have the spine to face what we need to give this republic to have peace and progress. What do I mean? This constitution has 68 items. 68 on the exclusive list. This constitution has only 12 on the concurrent list. And those 12 are written so nebulously, so fraudulently, that you know that the intention is to even undermine those concurrent lists. The formal name of this republic is Federal Republic of Nigeria. Unfortunately, we don't run a federalist system in Nigeria. Otherwise, what is so unique about all those things that are in the exclusive list? In this chamber, we try to federalize the police system. In this chamber, we failed. Every crime is local. And the solution to every crime is local. The earlier that senators in Nigeria summoned the courage to say, we should not continue to deceive ourselves.
49 people selected to write a constitution, wrote a constitution. 40 people in the Supreme Military Council promulgated a constitution for us. Under General Abubakar, government in which I served, I was in executive council. I never saw the draft constitution. And I was Minister of Information. It was my responsibility to publicize it to the country. On the day of swearing in of Obasanjo, we didn't have a copy of the constitution. I didn't know who was printing it. And my ministry was supposed to pay for the printing. And Obasanjo was sworn on a constitution that had not been read by anybody. And the National Assembly could not be constituted until 4 days after his swearing in, because there was no clean copy of the constitution. You cannot build on quicksand. And the country cannot live on falsehood.
That the constitution that we have at present is a fraud. It is a fraud because it starts with we the people, when in fact you and I did not sit anywhere to design this constitution. By that fact alone, it is based on a lie and it is based on a fraud. In the past, people could ignore that because Olusegun Obasanjo was a fair-minded man and he was a patriot. Because Umaru Yar'Adua of blessed memory was a fair-minded man and a patriot. Because Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was a fair-minded man and he was a patriot. So people could afford to live with a fraudulent constitution. But now today we are seeing that a fraudulent constitution in the hands of people who have hidden agendas, who hate our country, who are beholden to Niger, Mali, Chad, and other foreign countries. They have nothing to offer us. Therefore, on that basis, we must reject the evil that we are seeing, and we must demand for re-engineering of our federation.
So what are our shared core values? If you ask the Americans, they talk of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We don't have one. And it is when we begin to identify our shared core values that we begin to build a nation. What we have right now is a state held together at gunpoint. And when the state begins to oppress the citizen, there will be cries of marginalization, there will be secessionist and separatist agitation, there will be insecurity. Now we have set up Nigeria to be a place where the state is more powerful than the citizen, and the state is oppressive. We need to retrace our steps. Quite often, Nigerians ask, which is the way forward? And I say, if you are moving in the wrong direction, you shouldn't be going forward. You should make a U-turn.
God help us.